$3,107. Are these figures correct? Mr. Atalig?
Yes, those figures are correct.
So, is it safe to say that this is the right figure for us to amend Public Law 20-67 to show that now the revised estimated budgeted resources is now at 246 million? So we have these proposed cost containment measures across the board. Is that going to be proportionate across the board? And then the next question that I have is, what mechanism does finance have to ensure that each department within the government has the same equal share proportionately to meet the goal, so that we can realize that adjustment and that reduction for fiscal year 2019? Can you explain that exactly?
If you don't mind, I'll yield to our budget and to answer about the budget. Our projections and revenue is as reported. The Department of Finance, in terms of our collection points, are on our toes to make sure that we anticipate revenues are collected, and we're looking at fees and all of these earmarks, and we understand all our obligations will be met is our priority. So in terms of the budget cuts across and the recommendations from the budget office, I'll yield to Ms. Vicky.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary.
Good morning. So, based on what was reported as adjusted in revenue downwards, for the budget side, we have to reduce allocation based on what the anticipated new first quarter would be, which would be around 246,091. You just take that and you divide it by 4. So it gives us a revised first quarter actual, or first quarter allocation of 61.522777. That quarter actual allocated is 49.569483, a decrease of about $11.9 million, and that percentage between the actual, the revised allocation versus the actual is $19.4 million. Then we remove the transfers out and we adjust the required bond payment and the settlement fund. The impact overall for the proportionate reduction is 15.5230%. And so the proportionate reduction that we have prepared is across the board, everybody across the board, in order for the budget to be met.
As of September 30, 2019. In other words, do we expect furlough or better paid during fiscal year 2019?
Thank you. We do not. And the reasons for our cost containing measures is to make sure that we are paying our obligations, our bonds, our settlement fund, and meeting payroll, including the 25% in addition for our retirees.
Just in the previous line of questions, how much of a reimbursement are we still awaiting from FEMA? I'm not sure the answer.
It depends on which category, but earlier I mentioned that there's approximately, right now in the system under review, over 164 million for both, repairs, replacement, the state expenses, under Homeland.
It was my understanding earlier that we have used our funding to pay some of this, some of our government employees pending and awaiting the reimbursement, how much of our funding in our general funds do we use absent the reimbursement?
Thank you, Floor Leader. I do not have that figure in front of me today. I will be glad to submit that to the committee after this meeting, as soon as we can.
Thank you, we appreciate that. With regards to the pending reimbursement, is it a normal process that it takes this long for FEMA, or, because I'm hearing that part of the factors are the shutdown, is that really behind the delay of all our reimbursement, or what's being awarded already to the cinema?
The federal government, they have their own process, and so whenever it exceeds over $1 million, it goes to the Central Review Committee. And they would review every document that we have submitted to them and come back with questions. And then, once it passes, it's called the CRC, once it passes the CRC review, there's also a requirement of the EHP review, which is the Environmental and Historic Preservation. And of course, some of these reimbursements will not require, if it's administrative, but we cannot make that assumption. It's a process that they have to go through. And once it passes that process, it will go through OMB, and then OMB will send it to the region for obligation.
Okay, I understand with the big projects that have to go through Section 106 with historic, but maybe the ones I'm not too sure what category, like the 2.5, I don't think that needs to go through that scrutiny. So I'm just wondering if it's normal for that length of time where it takes months for us to be reimbursed what we have already extended to our general funds to pay our government staff. But be it as it may, I heard that we are expecting April 30 some reimbursement payments and June 30 for the major projects.
Yes. So every grant that comes to the Commonwealth or is issued to any state or territories would require that environmental and historic preservation review, regardless of whether it's administrative or whether it is permanent work. So so if it's administrative, it would be probably considered, like some programs would consider it like they would authorize it as a memo to file, and then others that are more complex, it would be considered like either a categorical exclusion or a record of environmental consideration. So every grant dollar that comes out of the U.S. Of the federal government would require the EHP